Hi everyone, my name is Deliana and welcome to my channel. I hope you have been enjoying all the recipes I share with you every week, and I hope you're staying healthy during this coronavirus outbreak. All of the recipes I have been sharing are geared to increase your immune system and improve your health, so I hope you're taking advantage of these. This week I'm making creamy rutabaga soup. Most of you might not have heard of the vegetable rutabaga. It's a root vegetable and it's a cross between cabbage and turnip. When it's cooked, it tastes as sweet as a carrot. It has a texture of a potato and it's as filling as a potato. Besides that rutabaga is an absolutely delicious vegetable, it is really good for our health. It is packed with vitamin C. It provides about 107% of the daily value our body needs. Rutabaga is also high in fiber, so it helps to clear all the unnecessary bacteria out of our body. It is rich in potassium, so it helps maintain the fluids in our body. It also stabilizes our blood levels. And I'm very excited to share this delicious soup with you. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and click on the bell notification so you can get notified when I upload a new healthy recipe. So without further ado, let's get started. So let's start with the ingredients. For this recipe we need 1 large rutabaga, 1 onion, 2 large carrots, about 4 celery sticks, 3 garlic cloves, about 1/4 bunch of parsley, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. We also need 1 can of coconut milk, which is about 2 cups, and 1 cup of water. So let's get started. Today I'm using an Instant Pot. It is one of my favorite. It has a function that makes soups and it's super easy to use. First we will peel the rutabaga vegetable. I'm removing the larger pieces with a sharp knife, and then we can simply peel the rutabaga using a vegetable peeler. It is super easy to peel. Rutabaga is an excellent vegetable substitute for potatoes, and it has a lot of health benefits, as I mentioned earlier. During this time of fear with getting a coronavirus, we need to boost our immune system as much as we can. And the rutabaga is a root vegetable that is packed with vitamin C. It is also high in fiber, and which helps to clear unnecessary bacteria out of the body. Rutabaga is also known to stabilize the blood level, and it's high in potassium. We are cutting the rutabaga into smaller cubes just so we can fit as many as we can in the Instant Pot. Once we cut them into cubes, we will transfer the rutabaga cubes into the Instant Pot. We'll fill up half of the Instant Pot. Then we will add 1 cup of water. Next, we will peel the carrots. Carrots also have this nice sweetness that they give to the soup, and carrots are really good for you as well. They're rich in fiber and vitamin K1, and they're a great antioxidant. They're also linked to lower cholesterol levels. Next, we'll slice the celery. Celery is one of my favorite vegetables for soup. Celery has vitamin C and vitamin K. It contains also potassium, the same as rutabaga. It is known to fight cancer and to reduce inflammation. We will also chop the garlic. I'm adding 3 cloves of garlic because the taste of garlic is amazing, and garlic has anti-inflammatory property. It literally works like an antibiotic. Next, we'll peel the onion and chop the onion in smaller pieces. Onions are really good to fight viruses. I recommend them cooked and raw. And finally, we'll chop the parsley. We can roughly chop the parsley because the blender will blend all of the vegetables at the end, so we don't need to fine chop any of the vegetables. Once the vegetables are chopped in larger pieces, we'll transfer them to the Instant Pot. The first layer after the rutabaga, I added the carrots because they're harder to cook. And then next I'm adding the celery since it's a little softer and easier to cook than the carrots. And then I'm adding the parsley and finally the garlic and onions on the top. You can see that we've filled out the Instant Pot with all the vegetables, and now it's time to add the spices. We have 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. You can just mix them in and add all of the spices on the top of the Instant Pot. Turmeric is really good for you and it has anti-inflammatory properties. Black pepper helps the absorption of turmeric in the body. That is why this recipe also has black pepper, and of course for the taste of it as well. Next we'll add the coconut milk. I'm using 1 can of coconut milk, which is about 2 cups of coconut milk. And for the product that I'm using, I will add a link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing it. This one specifically is organic coconut milk. Once we're done with all of the ingredients added to the Instant Pot, we will close it. And now we're ready to start cooking the soup in our Instant Pot Ace. I will add a link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing it. This Instant Pot has 2 soup functions. First function is a regular soup, and the second function is soup that gets blended at the end. You can see that the timing is about a little under 14 minutes. You can click on the start button and the soup maker will just start cooking. And you can also notice that the temperature of the Instant Pot increased to 212 Fahrenheit, and now the 14 minutes countdown had just started once the temperature is reached. And when we're down to 1.5 minutes left for cooking, the Instant Pot starts blending all of the ingredients. So you don't have to transfer the soup in any container. It cooks it for you and it blends it for you. It's one of my favorite cookers to use, and I've had it for a couple of months and I love it. You can make soups, you can make cold appetizers such as salsa, and it has a lot of options. Now you can see that once the countdown of cooking is over, the Instant Pot stops on its own. I will go ahead and cancel it since we're done anyway, but you don't really have to do that. It stops on its own. And now let's open the lid and see how our wonderful soup looks like. Be careful because the glass is hot, but the plastic lid is okay to touch at any time. and you can see the creamy consistency of the soup. The turmeric has given a nice golden color, and this is the consistency we are looking at. So that's why I'm using only 2 cups of coconut milk and only 1 cup of water. Now our soup is ready to serve. It is creamy and delicious, and it smells wonderful. You can sense the flavors of the garlic and the parsley. This recipe serves 4 portions for either lunch or dinner, so I hope you enjoy it with your friends and family. For additional taste, you can also garnish it with a little bit of oregano. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, please go ahead and share it with your friends and family. Again, all of the ingredients are listed in the description below, along with some helpful links to the product. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe and click on the bell notification so you can get notified next time I upload a healthy recipe. I hope you stay healthy and safe. See you next week.